and welcome to Cinemastrophe. I'm Don Perignon, and it's our 4th anniversary! Okay, so maybe it's not exactly our anniversary since I'm a few days late, but I've been very busy over the past 2 months with some very important work. Let's see, I think I'll book these two in a bra and panties match. Shut up and strip. Normally, it's tradition to look at something Twilight related, but for some reason I can't seem to find my copy of New Moon.
Did I spin you like a shady propeller and leave you in a hotel room with you?
What are you doing? So, since I also missed Black History Month, I thought I'd kill 2 birds with 1 stone by dragging Bill Cosby's legacy through the mud once again with Not the Cosbys 2.
Yes, they actually made a second one with the rehiring of the same main cast from the first one and a catchy tagline that says, "We didn't get sued the first time, so here's a sequel." Wow, you have to have some big balls to put out a movie with the expectations of being sued.
Then again, being in the porn industry, big balls is an occupational requirement.
All bets are off! Now it's time to get this shit on! Oh, that's wrong! Oh, that's wrong! Oh, that's wrong! Oh, that's wrong! All bets are off!
The movie starts out with Denise on the phone calling her family from Hillman College.
It really seems like Denise is enjoying herself at school.
What's not to like? Everything is paid for, and all you do all day is sit around thinking about boys.
Not everything's paid for. The dicks she get are free.
What college is like?
I want to go to college.
That is not what university life is all about.
Mom's right. There's hours and hours of studying at the library and really difficult exams to pass.
Clearly she's never been to college, otherwise she would have said it was like this.
And I get Vanessa, but why the fuck is Rudy wearing eyeshadow? She's 10.
I'm disgusted and repulsed and I can't look away.
The discussion about college leads to Theo stating that he wants to skip college and start his own business.
With what money?
Well, I was going to borrow from you, Dad.
Isn't that something? Our son wants to start his own business. With our money.
Well, what is he supposed to use? His own money? Clearly you're from an era that time forgot. Here in 1983, no one uses their own money. Not even to buy Coke.
Theo, you have to be responsible to start your own business.
Enough, old woman from a time of rubbing sticks together to make fire. I would hear no more of your ancient ways. Here in 1983, no one is responsible anymore. Not even when they do Coke.
His father tells him that since he thinks he is responsible enough to run his own business, he'll get Theo an internship down in the clinic in gynecology, and someone will be calling him tomorrow to set up an interview and fill out paperwork.
1, he doesn't work in a clinic. 2, I don't think that's legal.
The next day, Theo gets a call for a job interview, which he assumes is from the clinic, down in Times Square.
Now keep in mind this is the 80s, so rather than Times Square looking like this, Times Square looks like this.
Was that Dad's office calling?
I think so. They want me to meet them at this place on Times Square.
8th Avenue. That's where all the porn shops are.
Okay, either these two have bricks for brains for thinking that a respectable clinic would hold an interview in a shady part of the city, or there was something seriously wrong with the medical community back then.
And why did she say that with a smile on her face? I get the feeling she's secretly hoping he gets shanked in an alley. 3 more to go and the inheritance is all mine. When he gets there, it is indeed a job to work in a porn shop set up by the girl he had sex with at the party in the first movie.
Continuity! Why?
When he says he doesn't think he's able to work there, she starts complaining, saying that the shop is owned by a guy named Guido who is in the mafia.
Mafia?
Yeah, the last guy that didn't show up for work, he ended in the bottom of the Hudson River.
Well, why didn't you lean with that? I'm sure he's real keen on working there now.
Plus, if you play your cards right, I might let you fuck me again.
Well, let's be honest. You were gonna let him fuck you anyway.
Hey, how's your sister doing in college?
Oh, she's really busy studying.
I guess the subject is Matthew McConaughey's biology.
I was having sex. Way before anyone ever, but damn it, I told you to unplug your phone. It's Theo freaking out because he's being forced to work at the porn shop.
All I wanted to do was intern at Dad's office.
Okay, relax. Don't do anything stupid. I'm gonna be home this weekend. We'll talk about it then, okay?
Okay, Denise.
What? Did you think her brother's mafia trouble is going to interfere with her getting her boots smoked?
You actually thought she was a decent human being.
The next day, he does finally end up going to work with his father. I don't know how, since he never made it to the interview or filled out any paperwork. But then again, nothing about this is legal, so why the hell not?
Have you ever seen a woman's vagina?
Of course, Dad. Mostly in magazines.
That's fine. But the real vaginas are totally different from the ones in the magazine.
What's the difference?
What's the difference? What do you mean, what's the difference?
You had sex in the last movie with a character we just saw 20 minutes ago. You can't establish continuity and then revoke it, movie.
This is intolerable!
Cliff's first patient arrives, and once again, Theo acts like he's never seen a vagina before.
Great continuity!
Being an intern, Cliff forces Theo to look at an infected vagina, which, thank God, they don't show us, but judging from his reaction, my guess is it looks like Nuki with a runny nose. Or Michael Jackson without a nose. Well, don't have to worry about him looking at those magazines anymore. Because Cliff has to deliver a baby, Theo is left in the office to tell his next patient that she has to reschedule.
Dr. Huxtable, he left for the hospital.
Oh, I see, doctor. So, can you check me out, please?
Whoa, Mrs. Valentina. I'm not a doctor.
You look like a doctor. A very cute doctor.
But I'm not a... Yes. Yes, I am.
Well, I hope Cliff is well prepared for that malpractice suit because the leading argument is going to be that his son administered her an injection of vitamin C.
Sometime later, Denise is home visiting and talking to Sandra about her recent breakup with Alvin.
You need to get back in the saddle and start riding again.
I don't know, Denise. This marital separation, it's hard.
Not as hard as watching you act.
I know, but your husband cheated on you. The only way to make things better is for you to cheat on him too.
Are you saying that just because Alvin cheated on me, I should cheat on him?
That being said, when everyone is gone and the plumber stops by, who also happens to be the guy Sandra went to prom with, following a little line, not only does he fix the plumbing, but he lays a little pipe as well. But wait, two's company, however, three turns into a party when Denise's friend from college shows up.
Hi, is Denise home?
No, she's at the mall. Who are you?
I'm Kelly. We live in the same dorm at Hillman.
Are they deaf?
Wow, you're cute. Come on in.
Is everyone in the studio deaf?
Wow, I thought it was crazy at Hillman.
Well, the one good thing about this scene is I don't have to hear Sandra talk anymore because she's too busy with her mouth full.
After that terrifying display of simply trying to make words, along with some sex, we jump to some time later where Sandra declares that she's never getting back with Alvin.
Girls, have you seen your brother? I need him to work with me in the office today.
I think he said he was going to Times Square with Cockroach.
What the fuck was that? Why is she shaking her head like a bobblehead? Not to mention she's sitting there with that fucking wooden ass smile.
Okay, I'm convinced. That is not a real person. The blank wooden expressions, the jerky awkward movements, the not so in sync voice, the hard wooden titties. That's a puppet on a string.
Meanwhile, Rudy is upstairs with her friend and...
Yeah, no, we're not getting into that. Needless to say, more of this was happening earlier.
Elsewhere, Theo takes Cockroach down to the pawn shop with him so he can tell them that he can't work there and have a threesome with the peep show girl on duty for $50, even though she's supposed to charge $200. Well, what else did you think this was leading up to? Theo at the bottom of the Hudson?
I have to say, the one thing about this scene is when Cockroach is going down on her, he doesn't look all that into it. He looks like he's just trying to get it over with. I guess he's representing 90% of the male population. Not me, of course. I can go down there for hours. Feel free to call, ladies.
That smile isn't so innocent once you realize what she was doing with her mouth earlier. And the fact that she's smiling at her father like that just makes it creepy. Theo returns home claiming that he was working on a science project with Cockroach when someone calls looking for him.
There's a man named Guido. He said to tell Theo you owe him $150 and he's coming over right now to collect it.
Guido?
Who wants to drive me back to Hillman?
I do.
And thus Theo returned home to the slaughtered remains of his family by Guido upon finding that he was not there. This movie wasn't as good as the first one.
Thomas Ward did a great job again, and it did have that Cosby Show humor, but I don't know. Maybe it was the non-Cosby scenario, or it was the really, really bad acting. No, seriously, I've seen fourth grade plays that had better acting than these two. Or maybe it was the kiddie porn. Yeah, it was the kiddie porn. I don't care if these are grown adults. It's still kiddie porn. Who the fuck thought that was a good idea?
My advice? Stick with the first one and stay as far away from this one as possible. I'm Don Perignon, and it's good to be back. Yeah, after 4 years, I felt it was time for a new look.